What it is that you're asking.
That the money for the building fund be put back on a line item, and that it's only to be used for the construction of a new building.
Do you know
It
what
used to be on a
line item?
and it was removed.
Do you know what line item you're requesting?
I don't know.
If that would
Do you know how much money you're requesting?
The remaining, it's in the fund. I don't know what the total is.
That was not, it's, the
We had money to
issue
put
is it
back in
doesn't
it,
show on the budget because it's not part of the budget.
It's in the general fund, that's why. If you put it on the budget, you're then appropriating it to
Right.
spend it in a single year. On January 30th of that year, I would recommend not doing that because I don't foresee us spending 400, well now it's 300 something in one day. But you can make that motion for sure.
It can't show in a light item, Betty, because it's not part of the budget. It's in the general fund, non-usable, it's not an appropriated amount.
But how do you tell, I think what she's saying is, how do you tell how much it's in there?
It's tracked by the bookkeeper separately, but it's not part of the expendable budget. It's for a certain purpose.
Any other council comments?
Yeah, I got one. I just want to say that, for the most part, it's been a pleasure to serve my town residents for the past 10 years. It hasn't always been easy, but there have been some good points, many good years. We have made a lot of progress. We could have made a lot more. I've made some good friends through this whole process. And I guess I've made some enemies, and that's the sad part, because they're people that I've known most of my life that have became people that no longer speak to me or whatever because of information that was improperly given to them, and that's a sad thing. I just hope that this community can pull back together, and anybody can shake their head and smile and smirk that they want. That's only lived in this town for a year and a half. I don't really care. But I have lived here my whole life, and I really do treasure the people in this community for the most part. And I want to thank the people that have supported me. And I wish the new council a lot of luck.
Any other comments? Okay, moving on to decisions. I believe that we have some unopened bids as well as open bids that either need to be sent back unopened or rejected. What do we have out? Linda,
We have one bid that was never opened,
okay,
and we have two bids that were rejected,
okay.
but there's still a general bid out there that has never been anything done to it.
Okay, so the one bid unopened, what is that?
That is electrical.
Electrical. Do you have it?
It's in my office.
Okay. So we need a motion, who is it from?
Stilsing Electric.
Stilson.
To remove it unopened? Or to
So
return
we-
it unopened?
We need the motion.
It was unopened.
Yeah, so we need the motion to return it unopened.
I'll make that motion.
Second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, so then we have two bids that were opened and rejected.
Yep.
We rejected them, though. We don't really need to do anything more with them, do we?
Were they rejected? When were they
I
opened?
think there was a motion to reject.
There was a
that
motion
earlier
to
meeting.
reject them before they went back out to bid for the last time when the last
We
bid
only
was
got the
come
one.
in.
Got it, okay, so that one's closed.
And
Should
then-
they be notified of that, because nobody was notified?
Nope, nobody notified them.
Well,
Oh,
letters should go
anything,
out.
obviously, anything that was rejected they need to be notified.
So unless they're notified, it has to be, they have to be notified, otherwise it's still kind
Yeah,
of hanging out there.
so anything that has been rejected, There
Nobody
needs to be-
authorized me to do anything.
okay. So then we need the motion to authorize Linda to send a notice of rejection for all rejected bids related to the town hall construction project.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? I voted aye. Okay. And then you said there was one other open bid.
So we
Nothing was ever
we
done.
didn't
with it.
take any action on it.
So, and, okay, so what is this?
General contractor.
A general contractor? It's a bid a bid proposal that you received?
Yeah, we received it,
Okay,
and that was the only one that came in at that time. There was no electric and no mechanical, and that's why they didn't do anything with it. They just opened it, and that was it.
Is that
Nothing was
get it
ever
done
done.
construction, is that what it
Yeah.
so it was opened and no action was taken?
Nope.
Okay, so we need the motion to reject that bid.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Okay, now while we're on that, this is the amount of money that was taken in for the bid packages, being the money was taken out of that fund to have these done by rights, by law. This
So
money
as the
has
town
to go
clerk-
back in.
Suggestions about where money might go are really not in your purview. If you would like to talk to a town council member about where you think this money ought to be appropriated or allocated, you can most definitely have that conversation.
Michelle, would you like to make a motion to put that money back
Can
in?
I see it, please? $1,323 for bid books, $49 for every bid book, 27 of them. I make a motion that we put that back into the dedicated building fund. $1,323.
Okay, so we do not have a dedicated building fund, but if you would like to allocate that to appropriate that into the general fund, we could do that.
It's already in the general fund. It goes into the general fund
Then
when
you
my
don't need
town,
a separate resolution for it. It's going into the general fund, so it's where all the rest of the money.
I think it should go to the fund that was originally set up. For the building. That's where it came from, that's where it needs to go back.
So you would like to put it in that specific bank account?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a better way to put it? Yes.
Yes, because we do not have the building fund. If you would like to put it in a specific bank account, we can do
That bank account that was originally set up for a building fund, but now supposedly isn't for that. Okay?
Somebody needs to second that?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
your vote was?
Aye. You said aye, didn't you?
We need to approve the justice report.
I make a motion to approve the justice report.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? And we need the decision to approve the abstracts.
We kind of have to work, pass the resolutions as far as the two bills that would have to come out with the transfer before we can approve the abstracts. 'Cause
Are they in the
These are part of the
abstracts?
abstract.
They're part of the, let me see.
I believe.
These aren't part of the abstracts.
What about Margaret's and,
Yes,
whatchamacallit?
Margaret's and Skip's are part of the abstracts.
Okay, so they should be added to the abstract.
You can't add, there's no check been cut. You can make the resolution and then the next month's abstracts, they'll be included.
And how do we make sure that they're paid?
You can't.
Oh, that's nice. No, that's Skip, yeah, that's Skip and Margaret, yeah. Yeah.
So the motion to approve the abstracts,
As amended?
no amendments.
You pulled two checks.
You pulled 2 checks from there.
Yes, but they're still part of the abstract. Would you like to remove them from the list?
No, we'll leave them right on there. I'll make the motion, we approve the abstract as written.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm opposed. Any abstentions?
I abstain.
Moving on to the resolutions.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't have a quorum.
If you oppose and Sandy abstained, if there's not a quorum, you can't pay them.
Okay.
Who made the
moving
second,
on-
who seconded anyway? You, Betty?
And then Sandy abstained and Nikki abstained.
So what was the vote on that then?
Michelle and Betty voted yes, Sarah opposed, and Sandy abstained. So now the vouchers can't be paid.
Moving on to resolution number 24.
We can't pay our bill.
I'll read it out loud. Board member, who is presenting this one? Sandy.
Which one is this?
Number 24. Sandra McCullough, why don't you read it out loud?
Okay, that a complaint be filed with the town clerk and filed against James Telford, planning board chairman, for unethical conduct in connection with certain town matters, a copy of said complaint being attached hereto.
I have not seen a copy of this complaint.
Can the public have a copy of the complaint, please?
Yes.
You can have mine. This is disgusting.
How can you give a copy?
And just for the record, Michelle said just like me.
I didn't.
Yes, you,
I did not.
there's a recording right behind you, so.
I don't care.
There's that.
Here are these copies.
I'm sorry, that ended up on the floor. I didn't
That's
mean to
fine,
throw it
that's
on the
fine,
floor
fine.
for you to pick up.
I know how to bend over.
This makes me so sad for our town. I am proud of the work that you've put in, Jim. You and I actually don't agree on where we need to be on this building project, and I think that's a really good example of how 2 different people can have different perspectives on one thing, but still work together really well, and just try to get to the bottom of things to try to understand the truth. You stood up, and now you are being punished for it. I know how that feels, and I do not in any way want to be involved in this. And I am sorry. I will do everything I can. Today is December 30th. I will do everything I can after the 31st to
Well, what is it all about?
What's it all about?
We don't have
We
it.
don't have time.
Anybody
I
call me?
didn't even read the
What it's
complaint
about?
either, but there's nothing in it that can convince me that you have acted unethically. I know exactly how you've acted.
What it's about? What it
Read the
says.
complaint into the record.
Wanna read it?
Yeah, you
Same
can-
here.
I'll give it to
She
you.
proposed it. Sam can read it.
If they're gonna read it, everybody should hear it.
I'd like to hear it too.
Should be read by you.
I'll read it.
I'll read it.
Will you give it back to me? Sorry.
Okay, good.
I actually don't want this to come from my voice because there's no part of me that agrees with this. So Sandy, since you're making the motion, why don't you read what it is that you're
Give it
complaining
back to
about?
Jim. Give it back to Jim then. It's fair for him to have a copy of it.
It's that on or about August 26, 2015, James Telford was requested to have his board review town proposal law number 6 at law to vest sole jurisdiction for site plan review in the town board, when the town board requested that said review of
Sandy, by the
local law.
way, have you seen this before?
I have.
Okay.
Conducted under section 56 of the town zoning law, James Telford would not commit to an expeditious review of said local law 6 by his board, and in fact stated he would only take up such review as part of a new comprehensive plan.
I was in the room and I know.
Charge,
certainly you
dereliction
did
of
not
duty
say
and
that.
responsibility, specifications that the town planning board was instituted by town local law to consider zoning and planning issues, and the advice of the town board on its recommendations and decisions. That James Telfer, while serving as chairman of town planning board, did by affidavit signed on September 18, 2015, participate in a lawsuit filed against the town board in the nature of an Article 78 proceeding seeking to overturn said local laws and otherwise bring a halt to the town board's program to construct a 40 by 80 single-story structure at the intersection of Stone Arabia Road, Northwest Route 10, see Exhibit C. Third charge, charge unlawful and unethical interference in judicial process specification. That in connection with the aforementioned Article 78, oral argument had been conducted before Honorable Judge Seiss on October 19, 2015 by the attorney for the plaintiff and the attorney for the town. All documents had been given to the court, including Mr. Telfer's affidavit, supporting petition, and case was fully submitted. On or about October 23, 2015, James Telfer attempted to have ex parte communication with Honorable Judge M. Seiss, New York State Supreme Court judge, while the case was pending before him for a decision by initiating direct contact with Judge Seiss, see Exhibit A. I can read Exhibit A.
Just read it.
Okay. That James Telfer again attempted to contact Judge Seiss on August 25th, 2015.
October 25th.
Right, October 25th, apparently, again to explain his position to the case, see Exhibit B. That Mr. Telfer was advised by Judge Senior Attorney that the judge would not entertain such ex parte communication, that such conduct by Mr. Telfer constitute an illegal, improper, and unethical attempt to interfere with the legal process and prejudice the court against the town board during its deliberation on Article 78 proceeding before it. Wherefore, the town board requires that the ethics board of town consider these charges and specifications against James Telfer, conduct such hearings under oath as may be necessary, and render decision either censoring Mr. Telfer, removing him from the town planning board, or such other and further actions and sanctions as deems appropriate.